everyone, and peace of Christ all of you. Please invite your friends. And today our topic is about Ramadan. Some of you send me links of videos of Christian children's singing for Ramadan in a church. There is many false teachers, sadly, in our churches, and those are worse than the devil himself. Because, how you teach a child to sing for a religion, teach to kill us as Christians, as we see in chapter 9, verse number 29. For us, we love Muslims, and we wish them the best, but Islam is an evil religion, and Ramadan is an Islamic. It's not a Muslim. Ramadan is not the Muslims. Ramadan is Islam. And there's a huge difference. So we teach our children to love the Muslims, to be nice to them, to be kind to each other, etc. But on the other side, the Muslims, they teach their children that our children and us should be killed. And this is in the Quran, as we know, in chapter 9, verse number 29. And actually many verses in the Quran saying clearly that we are infidels, we are najis, we are filthy, we have to be humiliated. So how somebody, he teach children and he claimed to be a priest. He claimed to be a priest. He teach children to sing for the religion who killed and killed Christians and Jews and Hindus and Buddhas. This is a specific verses in the Quran where Muhammad, he made it clear that this is a war have to happen until the judgment day, and the Muslims have to keep killing Christians and Jews, and they have to pay in order to live, and if they live like slaves. So if there is someone he claimed to be a priest in a church, it doesn't matter what a church, Indonesia, whatever place, this person is serving the devil, and please expose them. Did you tell the children that the Quran says fight the Christians? Are we singing to Allah, the one who says kill the Christians? If the purpose of this is to be kind to Muslims, we can be kind to Muslims by being kind to Muslims, by being good, not by singing to the devil. So those who call themselves prophets, priests, these days, they are the devil himself. The Lord, he says, from their fruits you shall know them. Somebody saying, Christian Prince, sounded tired. I can tell you are a doctor, my friend. No, I'm not tired. I think you are the one. So today our topic is about Ramadan. Just 2 or 3 days ago, a Muslim scientist who studied history and the ancient Egyptian, he announced in Egypt, and this is a person who is from the family of the president too, so it's not only a Muslim, he announced to the Muslims that you should know that Ramadan was not only for you. Ramadan was for the ancient people of Pharaoh. They celebrate Ramadan, even they celebrate the night of Al-Qadr. You remember we spoke about it, where Muhammad, he speak about he received the Quran. And remember, the Quran say clearly that the people of the Pharaoh are pagans. And now this scientist, who is very well respected between the Muslims, this is not a Christian, this is not a Jew, this is not a Hindu. This is a guy, he spent his life studying the Egyptian when he is an Egyptian. When he come with this and he say it, how much that will affect Islam? You know how many times we said to you Ramadan is something been taken from the Sabian? Do you remember? Everything Muhammad he have. is stolen from somebody else, and we will show you today.
كل سنة وكل مصر بخير. أول يوم في شهر رمضان المبارك أعاده الله علينا، ولكن كان هناك أيضا نوع من أنواع الصيام.
معناها من 1 يناير إلى 31 ديسمبر. العام هو من موعد معين في السنة إلى نفس الموعد في السنة التي تليه. فالأصح لغويا يعني ان احنا نقول كل عام وانتم بخير، ولا نقول كل سنه وانتم طيبين، لان كل سنه وانتم بخير او كل سنه وانتم طيبين دي only او فقط في 1 يناير.
العام من 1 يناير.
العام.
Yeah, he's correcting her about now saying how to say things in the Arabic and how it mean in historic way. Let us go where he speak about رمضان.
الشعيرة الدينية الخماسية. فكانت في مصر القديمة، وما نستغربش طبعا لأن أول رسول هو إدريس عليه السلام، كان 5500 قبل الميلاد، يعني قبل الديانات السماوية ب3000 سنة و500.
He's saying the first messenger they heard about, he was 5,000 years and 5,500 years, and supposedly his name is Idris. And Muslims, they have a special name for everybody, you know, Idris. But what does this have to do with this? So he's saying, going back, he says, this shouldn't be strange for us, because there is messengers came thousands of years ago. Okay, but what does have to do with the Egyptian? The Quran say clearly that they are pagans. This is why Allah, he sent Aaron and Moses to the Pharaoh. Listen carefully.
واللي اتكلم عن إدريس اللي هو أوزوريس هو القفطي في إخبار الحكماء بتاريخ العلماء في صفحة 1 و2 بيتكلم على إدريس أنه كان نبيا ورسولا، ويعتبر أول رسول لأنه لم يأتي رسل من قبل، حتى آدم كان نبيا فقط ولم يكن رسولا لأن ما كانش.
When the Muslims they speak about someone, his name is Idris. Let us show you Idris. Who is Idris? You will be surprised. Enoch. According to Muslims, Idris is Enoch. I don't know how the name Enoch became Idris. Don't ask me, please, because this is Islam, you know. Obviously, they have nothing to do with each other, you know. The name, they don't fit. And obviously, Muhammad is taking the name from somewhere else. This is not where the name is coming from. It's obvious. Idris, Enoch. All right. So he's talking about our prophet. His name is Enoch, who was thousands of years ago exist. And according to him, he was 5,500 years ago. I don't know how the numbers will work with this guy, because the Muslim, they have a genealogy for Muhammad, where he go all the way to Adam, and then if they go more than 5,000 years, they will go before Adam. Let us go to the video.
في رسالة وما فيش ناس هيديها لمين. فكان العقيدة الخماسية في مصر القديمة نمرة 1 التوحيد.
The old Egyptian, they believe in something called al-Khumasiyya, which is the oneness of God, Tawheed. He used exactly the word Tawheed. So the old Egyptian, they believe in Tawheed. Listen carefully. The old Egyptian, they believe in Tawheed. Anyway, you know what? I'm going to post a link for the video so you can watch it all for those who speak Arabic. For those who don't speak Arabic, it doesn't make any difference. But let us read what here they say about summary about this. He said, as an example, the Egyptian today, they say, Wahawi ya Wahawi. Wahawi ya Wahawi, if you are not an Egyptian, you won't understand. And even if you're an Egyptian, you have no idea what are you saying. You are just repeating what you heard from your grandparents. So Wahawi ya Wahawi mean they are asking the moon to appear. He says, Inna iyaha hiya ismu iyah, hutub. والتي ينقسم اسمها إلى إياح ومعناها القمر. So إياها, it is إياح hutub, which is 2 words, mean the moon. Hutub mean time, and that mean the moon of time. And she was a queen of Egypt, or one of the queens of the pharaohs. She encouraged her husband to find the Hyksos, to fight them. And after that, her son, older son, the pharaoh, Kamas. And this is what they did. And then after that, King Ahmos. Then he continues speaking about many things. He said, the history of Ramadan Ramadan okay. This is a summary of the article. Hold on. So here they are. Okay, it says here, and that Ramadan can the most high Eid. بعد Ramadan. Let us see. Hold on. Let us go to the top. He said, yes, Islam is religion where Ramadan came at that time, but the pharaohs, they used to fast 1 month for real, and they witnessed the night of Al-Qadr. Al-Qadr, they celebrate that too, which Muhammad claimed that this is the night he received the Quran, and even they celebrate that holiday as the night of Al-Qadr. Anyway, the video is long, and he is saying even the Quran confirm, taking that from the Egyptian, saying, Ya ayyuha alladhina amanu kutiba alaykum as-siyam. And he is saying that the word siyam, the Quran, when the Quran says the word siyam, siyam is an Egyptian word. It is not Arabic. Actually, I would use Google Translation to translate the page, you know, better than just me translating. You can use Google Translation. So here he says, chapter 2, verse 183, it says, he quoted this verse from the Quran. He says, it is ordered for you to do siyam. Siyam supposed to mean fasting in Arabic. He's saying this is not an Arabic word, this is an Egyptian word. Siyam. Okay? As-sawm. As-sawm. So here, you will see here, he says in his study, he says that the word sawm is coming from before Islam, from Egypt. He says, and it is an Egyptian, old ancient Egyptian. Tani saw, which means you forbid yourself from food, you know, like you stop eating and etc. Let me post the link for you. You can watch the whole video. And you can use Google Translation. There's many articles about it by this guy, but I chose this one because it's short, and the video is there anyway. So if you click at Google Translation, we have to open Google browser. Now, Muslims, they did not notice how dangerous what this guy just said, because he just demolished the religion of Islam. As simple as that. If you remember many times I told you that the Sabian believed that the Pharaoh was a Sabian. This is why the Sabian, they hate the God of the Jews, Adonai. They call him the devil. They made fun of the Jews' God, who ordered the Jews to practice circumcision. And Muhammad, he took that from the Jews too. So let us go here, translate to English. This is the title. The pharaohs fasted for 30 days and know the night of power. Okay? And here you go down. The rest of the article, you know, let's zoom in. All right. And as you see, they witness, they celebrate for Ramadan, and they even celebrate the night of Al-Qadr. And here he says to you that even the word Sawm is an Egyptian word. It is not an Arabic word, and this is where the word coming from. Let's see. And he says here, and this is why the Quran quoting that Allah said that fasting is prescribed for you. All right. And then here he explained the word Sawm, where the word Sawm is coming from. He says that the word Sawm is coming from an Egyptian word. All right. Now, it might be just a light article and light statement from a scientist who study the history of the Egyptian. But then if we go to the Quran, we will have a problem based on what this guy said. If the pharaohs and the people of the pharaohs were celebrating Ramadan, what was their religion? He said even there are people who worship one God. What was the religion? That's mean all the Quran is wrong. All those verses in the Quran speaking about Pharaoh, the unbelievers, and his people who don't believe in Allah. All those verses. When chapter 7 says that Allah, he sent Moses to the Pharaoh, and he said to him, "Oh Pharaoh, I am a messenger of Allah for you, to give you a message." And then the Pharaoh don't believe in him, and he don't believe in Allah, and the Pharaoh obviously is a pagan person. The funny is that the studies shows that the pharaohs, they teach their people they are God themselves. So how the pharaohs are gods in the same time they are fasting Ramadan? The people of the pharaoh are fasting Ramadan, but fasting for who? For the pharaoh. When the Quran speaks about the Pharaoh, and the Pharaoh says, "You believe in Moses? Before I give you permission? Surely this is a magic. This is actually not magic, sorry. This is surely it's a plot, which have applauded for you. Had a makr, deception." So how the Quran speak about the Pharaoh and the people of the Pharaoh as kuffar, and then we just heard this man saying clearly that those people, they celebrate Ramadan, they celebrate the night of power, which Muhammad, he took literally, and he claimed that he have one too. But the Quran says that Allah, he punished the pharaohs for not believing. He punished his people. Flood came on Egypt. Locusts come in Egypt. Insect, frogs, all those things. Just because the guy refused. And then don't forget that Allah, he drawn the army of the Pharaoh. Which means the Quran describing the Pharaoh and the Pharaoh people are evil. But we just heard the guy saying the Pharaoh people, they celebrate Ramadan. Now, if we go on do a little search, what the Muslim used to fast before Ramadan, when Ramadan came, you will find that Ramadan is a joke. Muhammad was looking for fasting. As an example, before Ramadan, Muhammad used to fast. Different fasting. Different fasting. What is that fasting? The story I will show you is a clear evidence that Muhammad is not a prophet of God. Imagine I go to a city and I claim to be a prophet of God. And then I see a bunch of people fasting. And I say to them, "What is this?" He says, "This is the day of Ashura." This is the day of Ashura. He said, "What is the day of Ashura? what is the day of Ashura, which means Muhammad, he do not even know what is that day. A Jew, he said, this is the day when Moses, he crossed the sea. When Muhammad, he heard that, he says, well, this is a day for us more than you then. And he start fasting Ashura. Let us find the hadith, so we can laugh together at the prophet who is taking his fasting not from God. You see, ritual should not come from a Jew walking in the street to a prophet. Ritual should come from God. If the God of Muhammad said to him, you fast this day, then the God of Muhammad said to him, fast this day. And that explains why he is fasting. But Muhammad, he see a Jew in the street. And he asked him, why you are fasting? He said, this is the day of Ashura. And just because they fast Ashura, he fasted. Read carefully. This is Sahih Bukhari. The Muslim, they cannot say, you know, the drama they have, weak and strong and fat, and vitamin D and E is missing. The Prophet came to the Medina. Medina is a city which is called Yathrib, the Jewish city, and when Muhammad later killed them all and took the city as usual. And he saw the Jews fasting on the day of Ashura. This is the first time Muhammad, he see a fasting day. Who was fasting according to the story here? The Jews. He asked them about that. And here clear evidence that Muhammad, he do not know what is that. Because if I know, I will not ask you what is this. Right? So he asked the Jews, what is this? They replied, this is a good day, the day which Allah rescued Bani Israel, the children of Israel, from their enemy. So Moses fasted in this day. The Prophet said, we have more claim over Moses than you. So the Prophet fasted on that day and ordered the Muslim to fast that day. Do you see it? Do we have any Muslim can explain to us how Muhammad, he take his ritual from the Jews? What if the Jews are lying? What if this is not true story? What if this date is not exist? And who is a Muslim can show me Ashura in the Old Testament? Where is this guy? They Ashura. Do we have any Muslim? So I am a prophet of God. I walk in the street. I see somebody is a Hindu, and he said, you want to eat with me? He said, no, I cannot eat. I'm fasting. I say, hey, Hindu, why you are fasting? He says, this is the day of etc. What is that? So Muhammad was looking for a fasting day, and he don't have one. I will show you another example of Muhammad building a religion. Muhammad is building a religion. He don't have one yet. He claimed to be a prophet, but he have nothing. You know, he don't have rituals yet. He left the Kaaba. He have no Kaaba no more. You know, kissing the black stone is not there no more. And later he went back to his root, you know, so he started kissing the black stone again because the Jews did not accept him anyway. In different places we will find, in many places we will find, that Muhammad, he was very sensitive to the Jews busting him, saying to him, anything they say to him, he considered they are saying to him, you copy us. The Messenger of Allah used to stand up for a funeral, okay, until the corpse was placed in the grave. A learned Jew here mean a rabbi, passed him and said, this is how we do it. The Prophet sat down and said, sit down, act differently. Here you ask yourself, okay, Muhammad is a prophet of God. He was praying in a certain way. And he used, it says here, he used to pray in a certain way. He used, you see the word used? Which means God knows for how long. Maybe a year, maybe 2 years, maybe 4 years, maybe 5, I don't know. Just a Jew walked by and he said, this is how we do it. Muhammad, he changed the prayer. What the problem with Muhammad then? Was he praying wrong? Or Muhammad, he is saying to himself, they got me busted, I'm praying like them, I have to change it. Because if this is a prayer, and the prayer of Muslims is coming from Allah, then who cares if the Jews, they say we do it this way or not? So what? And here you notice something very funny. Don't the Muslims, they say we pray like Moses? Don't the Muslims, they say we pray like Jesus? Suddenly they don't want to pray like Moses. And how fast to change the way you pray just because a guy, he said to you, this is how we do it. And what Muhammad, he said, sit down, act differently. I wish I have a camera at that time. That would be hilarious. Imagine if we can have a video for this. It's a funeral. And the Prophet, he prayed for hundreds of times like this. And then a Jewish rabbi, he walked by, he said, Habibi Muhammad, Habibi, this is how we do it, Habibi. Muhammad, he got ticklish, like what the heck, they got me busted. Immediately Muhammad, he come with the statement, sit down, and he sat down too. Like, sit down, fast. You know, sit down, you idiots, sit down. Let us act differently, okay? Let us act differently. Well, isn't it Muhammad, you receive inspiration from God? How fast the inspiration, man? Where is Jibreel? How Muhammad, he come to the conclusion so fast that he should not pray like this anymore? And why you need to act differently? Are you just acting differently for the sake of differently, or you are following God? A person who is following God, he will not act differently. Let us say a Muslim, he walk by and he says, this is how we do it, whatever I'm doing. And I am a Christian. Let us say I pray, I open my hand to God. I say, okay, I'm not going to do it no more. Why would I do that? That is really silly and stupid. But here you notice that Muhammad, because he have a reputation, that the Jews, they keep saying that he is stealing from them. And obviously it's true. It's true. And this is the fasting of Ashura, as you see in front of you. And then Muhammad, just to show you how crazy this guy is. The Jews, they fast Ashura in a certain day, in the day of Ashura, which is supposedly the day they fasted for hundreds and hundreds of years. The Muslim, they said to him, because remember, he keeps saying to them, act differently, right? Act differently. But we are fasting Ashura. It's the same. So look what Muhammad said, just to show you that this is the most corrupt, false, stupid man. How easy to expose him. When they said to him, okay, but we are fasting the same day, the Jews, they are fasting. But remember, this is the Jew fasting, supposedly. Ibn Abbas reported when the Messenger of Allah fasted in the day of Ashura and commanded, and look, it says fasted in the day of, on the day of Ashura, exactly the same day, and command that should preserve as fast. His companion said to him, not Allah, they said, Messenger of Allah, it is the day which the Jews and the Christians hold high esteem. Thereupon the messenger of Allah said, when the next year come, God willing, we would observe the fast on the 9th, not in the 8th, not in the 10th. The day where Moses across the sea changed, that's it. Just to be differently, you know, okay, but isn't this the day where Moses, he crossed the sea and you believed him and you fasted yourself? Do you see what I'm talking about? When Muhammad first time he fasted this day, isn't it because they told him that this is the day where Moses fasted? Okay, so as long as this is the day where Moses fasted, and because of that, the Jews, they fast, and Muhammad accept to fast. Wonderful. You, Muhammad, you change the day? Oh, we will fast the day before it, okay? That means Muhammad is willing to change the day when Moses, he crossed the sea, just to act differently. Well, if this is the day where Moses, he fasted, why you need to change it? How you can change it? Are we listening, people? If this is the day where Moses, he crossed the sea, and because of that day, the Jews fasted and Muhammad fasted, wonderful. Then how Muhammad, he changed the date? Just because you want to look differently? Isn't it obvious that Muhammad is a fraud? Because if this is the day, you know, the funny, they say that the Christians, they say the Jews and the Christians, they corrupt. Look at you are corrupt in history. Moses, if Moses across in the 10, okay, you Muslims changing the to 9, why? What is the purpose exactly? We don't want to look like the Christians and the Jews. And the same exactly for the adhan. You know, why Muhammad he chose the adhan? Anyone knows? Is it Allah who told him to do the adhan? Any Muslim? Did Muhammad receive an order from Allah to do adhan? Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Huh? The hadith says, and thank you for the hadith exposing Muhammad. Muhammad was trying to find, as I told you, trying to establish a religion. He don't have one. The Christians, they have the bill, you know. Just Jews, they have, you know, the horn they called for prayer, you know. Muslims, how they call them for prayer? Once Muhammad, he saw a Muslim holding a bill in his hand, and he is going to use it. Muhammad, he said to the man, why you are holding this bill? Are you saying it? The man, the Muslim man, he said, no. Muhammad didn't like the idea. Muhammad, he decided to find a way to call for prayer. Some story, they say that this guy, that he saw him, he is not even a Muslim, he's a Christian, but whatever it is. But then we find that Muhammad, he have a meeting with his companions. And let me find the hadith for you. Where we will find it. All right. Let us see. Okay, this is Sahih, so the Muslim cannot say we are making things up. When Allah Messenger ordered a bill to be made so that it might be struck to gather the people for prayer. When the Messenger of Allah ordered a bill to be made so that it might be struck to gather the people for prayer. Muslims, are you there? How Muhammad wanna call the people for prayer? A bill? A man carrying a bill in his hand appeared to me while I was asleep. And I said, servant of Allah, this is supposed in the dream. Will you sell this bill? Muhammad is looking for a bill. Suppose this is a dream now, not the real. So Muhammad said to the guy who he saw in the dream, would you like to sell me this bill? Because he needed for the call to the prayer like the Christians. He asked, will you do with it? I replied, we shall use it to call the people to prayer. He said, should I not accept you something better? Suggest you something better than that? I replied, certainly. Then he said, he told me to say, Allah is the most great, Allah the most great, Allah the most great, most great. Remember here, there's no Jibreel. It's a dream, supposedly. The story here says that. Now, just to show you how Muslims, they lie to Muslims about this. There is different hadith totally oppose what this story here is saying. When the Muslims, the companions of Muhammad, as they called them, the gang, they gathered together and they were wondering how we can call people for prayer because people are not able to know when the prayer time is. And even the prayer, which day is going to be? Is it Saturday? Is it Sunday? Why Muhammad he chose a Friday? You will find that all those things happened because Muhammad, he wanted to be different. Let me find the other hadith. About it. Let us see. I'm trying just to find the hadith for you in English. Give me a second. All of this will lead us to one thing, that Muhammad is not a prophet. He is just trying to build up a religion. Okay. Read carefully. You see how the story changed now? They are trying to find out how to do the call for prayer. Chapter, the call of the prayer section. And as said, they mention kindling fire and the use for the use of the bell. Which one? Like, we can light a fire, so people they come for the prayer, or we use a bell. And mention the Jews and the Christians. Then Bilal was ordered to repeat the call to prayer twice. This is one story. Let us go. What you see here in front of us here, they are suggesting to Muhammad to do this. Use the bell, use fire, you know. And then they come to a conclusion that let us do this. Let us see the other story. This is the same hadith I showed you already. Look at this hadith. A disaster. This is a disaster. Look at this. This is Al-Bukhari. When the Muslims arrived to the Medina, they used to assemble for a prayer and used to guess the time. They guessed the time for it during these days. The practice of adhan for a prayer had not been introduced yet. Once they discussed this problem regarding the call for prayer. Some people, which means some Muslims, companion of Muhammad, suggest to use the bell like the Christians. And this is why we see Muhammad himself, he ordered to make a bell. Others proposed a trumpet like the horn of the Jews, to use by the Jews. But Umar was the first to suggest, read carefully, Umar was the first to suggest that man should call the people for a prayer. Oh boy. And this is Al-Bukhari. So the story about the dream is false. This is Sahih. And this is Al-Bukhari. The first one who come with the way to call for a prayer is not Allah, is not Jibreel, it is not Muhammad. It was in a discussion about what to do to solve the problem. And as usual, the solution comes from Umar. Umar al-Khattab, he says in some hadith, says, Allah, he agreed with me in 10. Some they say 5, some they say 3, some they say 7. Including the Kaaba. Why the Muslim they face the Kaaba now? It was Umar. Hijab. Who is the one who made the hijab? Allah or Muhammad? No. It was Umar. The ritual of the house of Abraham, Umar. Even Muhammad, he says, if there is a messenger will come after me or a prophet will come after me, that will be Umar. My Lord concurred with me, my judgment, between my two brackets, my judgment, on three occasions. In the case of the station of Abraham, in the case of observing the veil, and the case of the prisoners of Badr. And those three, by the way, they are different from story to story, which means they will end like 20, 30, 40, 50. And you will find that the most important things in Islam is made by Umar. I mean, look, the Kaaba is Umar. The hijab is Umar. The adhan is Umar. So what is left? Are we following? The Kaaba, his order came from Umar. And then Allah, He took the verses of Umar, the same as I have said. Look, this is al-Bukhari. Umar, he says clearly that Allah, the verses came the same as I said was revealed. Read carefully. So this verse came down the same as I had said was revealed. Do you see it? Islam is not a religion. This guy is, he don't know what to do. He's claiming to be a prophet. Okay, guys, what we do now? All the Jews walk by and the Jews says, this is how we do it. They act differently. This is a religion. Same for Friday and Saturday. Why Muhammad he chose Friday instead of Saturday? That is a question, by the way, Muslims don't dare to answer. As all the questions anyway. Because remember, in the Quran, Allah He made the Jews pigs and monkeys for breaking the Sabbath. You remember? Okay, that's mean this is this is the day for Allah. That's it. This is the day for Allah. You broke His day, Allah will make you a monkey. And by the way, I saw a lot of monkeys around me. They are breaking Sabbath. I mean, look like Allah, He stopped making monkeys since then. And the funny, by the way, if you do work in Saturday, Allah will make you a monkey. But if you rape at Saturday, Allah will not. If you kidnap a child or, no, He will not. No. If you, do anything, I mean, only for breaking Saturday, He will make you a monkey. And what those Jews they did not do anything wrong. I mean, according to the story, they did fishing in Saturday. There's a cartoon on the internet. I don't know if somebody have the link for it. It's funny. You can watch it. It's a draw and like it's an images. In this verse, chapter 7, verse 163, the story speak about the Jews who did fishing in Saturday. And Allah, He made the fish come only in Saturday. Allah playing games. So the fish disappeared the whole week, and those are villagers who live in an island supposedly, and they don't have any source of food. So what Allah He do, the Muslims they say this was a test. Okay, what kind of test? You make them hungry, they will eat. So those people who Allah He made the fish or the whale come to them only in Saturday, and they run away in the rest of the week. And then when they get hungry, Allah He cursed them and He made them pigs and monkeys. And by the way, this is another stupid story from Muhammad, because Muhammad himself, he said that Allah allow you to eat anything, to do anything when you are hungry. As an example, Muslim can eat even pigs, pork. When the Muslim they say pork is forbidden, that's false. The Quran say clearly in chapter 5, verse number 3, it is lawful for you, in kunta fi makhmasa, which means in hunger. The translation here is severe hunger. Severe hunger. Right? This is the translation of Muslims. Makhmasa mean Well, this is what is available. It's not your choice. So you can eat it. In the same time, isn't it Allah, He made all the food of the Jews and the Christians lawful for the Muslims? Muslims? By making a verse saying that all the food of the Jews and all the food of the Christians are lawful for you, that means you can eat pork. And the halal propaganda machine is broken, because it's what the Quran is saying. Let's see the verse. Okay. Let us find the verse. Hold on. We will go back to Ramadan. You see this. For me, I like to cover many things in the same time, so we can give you a full image. I know what translation that translation is. What translation? Why the translation is so long? I mean, this guy, he is making it like a Hilali and Khan. Okay. This day, all things made pure, lawful for you. All things good and pure. All things are pure. All things is good. Okay, what does that mean? The food of the people of the book is made lawful to you. But hold on. 2 verses before it, you told them, don't eat pork. And now you are saying, all the food is made pure for you. In the top of that, not only all the food is made pure for you, the people of the book, their food is good for you too. Do you see the stupidity? Here, this is not, Quran is not a chapter. You see, when the Muslims, they say this is a chapter of Al-Ma'idah, those are not verses came in the same time. It's Muslims who put them there. It is Muslims who put them there. This is not the right place. Because if you think about it, there's one is deleting the other one. If we take it in the order, here it says you don't eat pork, right? Okay. And then eat this and don't eat that. And then here he says, all food is good for you. All is pure. All is made lawful. All. In the top of that, you can eat the people of the book food, and you can even have sex with their women. Because he made a verse before saying, don't do that. Here you see Muhammad is switching moods. When he wants, you cannot eat the people of the book food. And when he wants, you can. Okay, what happened? Why they cannot and now they can? What happened? Any Muslim can tell us? What happened? Did the Christian change? Those are the same Christians in the time of Muhammad, the same Jews. But as usual. Now going back to our story. You remember we talk about Ashura. How important Ashura? You know, when Muhammad he says we will change the date of Ashura and we will fast a day before the Jews. But Muhammad he said that this day, if you fast it, is going to cleanse your sin for the previous year. Let me find you the hadith. Lord have mercy. Look at this hadith first. Okay, we'll go back to this one. Let us go to the one we want. Look at this. The Messenger of Allah was asked about observing Ashura. See here, this is the 10th of Muharram. You see the 10th? But we showed you in different hadith, Muhammad, he promised next year, because the Muslims complain, this is what the Jews, they celebrate. He promised them we will do it in the 9th. You remember? Remember, right? We will change it to the 9th. See it? This is Sahih Muslim, hadith number 11348. So they told him, but this is this day where, you know, the Christians and the Jews, they respect. It's in the 10th. So Muhammad, he promised them, if we live, inshallah, we are going to practice it in the 10th. Sorry, in the 9th. Not in the 10th no more. All right. But look what Muhammad did. Muhammad told them that if you fast in the day of the 10th of Muharram, Muharram is the name of the month, that fasting in that day, in that date, will cleanse your sin for a year proceeding. So now we're fasting in the 9th. So we will not get our sin being cleansed. Do you see how this guy is making up stories and making up fasting and making up rules and making up reward? You just told them if you fast in the 10th of that month, in the 10th, not in the 9th, not in the 8th, not in the whatever, if you fast in the 10th, that will clean your sin. Okay, hold on. There's no Ramadan now. Ramadan does not exist yet. Okay. Why this day, if we fast it, will cleanse our sin for a year? Well, the Jews, they are fasting this day all their life. That means the Jews are going to go to heaven guaranteed. And according to the hadith here, even the Christians, they fasted. That means the Christians, they are going to go to heaven because you fast this day. Okay, guys, I'm going to do sleep around, kill, rape, steal, and then I fast Ashura. Look how easy this religion is. I mean, look how silly, look how stupid, how disgusting. So you go and you do all the garbage in your life, and then you fast. Okay, today I'm going to sleep. I will take a nap fasting. I'm fasting, you know. This is religion of God. Do we have any Muslim have a comment, have something to say? But then we noticed that Muhammad, one day he found about Ramadan. He found out a month. It's called Ramadan. Okay, how he found about it? All this time Muhammad is a prophet, but there's no Ramadan. Brother, was Allah hiding Ramadan from him? But Ramadan was a month for the Arab, exists before Muhammad. Ramadan is not a name created by Muhammad to say this is Islamic. Do we have any Muslim want to say something? How Muhammad he switched from this amazing day, which you fast for one day and erase all your sin. Okay, Muslims, if you fast Ramadan, is going to erase your sin for the previous year? Not only that, actually. If Muhammad is saying such a statement that this is a day will erase your sin for a preceding year, and he just learned about that day from the Jews, so where he got the information that this day will proceed and or cleanse your sin by fasting it? He just learned this from the Jews. Yesterday he did not know about it. Where was Jibreel? Where was Allah? And Muhammad, he used to go around and teach people how to practice Ashura. Hey people, let me tell you how to do it. Okay, you start eating for a little bit. You did? Okay, continue the day fasting. Salama told us that the Messenger of Allah said, a man announced the day of Ashura. Whenever has eaten, let him eat, not eat for the rest of the day. If this has become a religious stuff now, the day of Ashura is going inside Islam like a nail. It's getting deeper and deeper. Yesterday he learned about it from the Jews, and now Muhammad is creating rules about the day. And then Muhammad, he start, after Ashura, he want to create a habit. You see here the Christians, by the way, the Muslims, they think Christians don't have fasting. We don't talk about it, but we have fasting more than you can believe it. Just to let you know, if you go to the Orthodox or even the Catholic Church, you will see that there is two fasting, the major fasting, but the whole year there is fasting. There is fasting every week. But there's two major fasting, like we have now. The Easter is gone for those who celebrate the Western calendar, and those who celebrate the Orthodox calendar, the Easter is not yet. They are fasting for 40 days before the Easter. Why we are fasting? Some churches, they fast 50. Now fasting is something good to teach you, let us say, a manner, how to control yourself, how to not to be tempted. And obviously Muhammad trying to find a religion, trying to find a way. The Christian, they have fasting. The Christian, they have Bill. The Christian, they have Saturday, Sunday. Muhammad, what day is going to be mine? What is my religion? What I will call it? Do we have any Muslim want to say anything? Anyone? Then Ashura suddenly became not important. Ashura can erase your sin for a year. Okay, what happened now? You Muslims, what happened to Ashura? Why you Muslims don't celebrate it? Don't make a fuss about it, big noise. Huh? it important or not? One day, Muhammad, he met with a Sabian. A Sabian, who Muhammad, he learned from him. Actually, he met this guy even in Mecca. But he was not learning too much about the Sabian yet. He did not know much about them. He's stealing from them, but he not. Muhammad is limited in knowledge about everything, about the Christian, about the Jews. You know, he hears stories from those, from that, and he put it there. So Muhammad one day he come and he told them that we need to fast Ramadan. Muslims, how Muhammad he come to Ramadan? If we go to the Quran, we will find the word Ramadan appear once. And it says Ramadan is the month which was sent down the Quran. The Quran is a guide to mankind. And by the way, here, clear sin, this is not in the verse. This is just stupid translation. There's no sin, there's between two brackets, this is here, is a garbage, it's not there. Okay, so Allah, he sent the Quran as a guidance in the month of Ramadan. But this means all the story of Muhammad is a lie. If you are saying to me that the first verse of Muhammad he received, it was received in the month of Ramadan, that means this verse is wrong. Because here it says, this is the day where Allah, he sent down the Quran. He didn't say, I sent down a verse. The whole Quran is sent down. Okay. And is Ramadan a month? Before this translation, let us go and look at the Arabic word. It says Shahru Ramadan. Shahr Ramadan. You ask somebody who speaks Arabic today, he will say to you the word Shahr means month. This is true. But this is not today. The Quran is 1400 years ago. And this is not an Arabic word. This is an Aramaic word. And remember, the Sabian, they used to speak Aramaic. The word Shahr means moon. The word Shahr is not a month. It is a moon. How we can prove that? Look, if we change the translator, just change the translator, you will see how everything changed in a miraculous way. Let us see a big tal. Here he says, the month of Ramadan, in which has revealed the Quran, guidance for mankind, clear proof of guidance. Okay. And then here, who's ever of you present, let him fast. Does it really say that? No. It says in Arabic, فَمَنْ شَهِدَ مِنْكُمُ الشَّهْرِ شَهِدَ مِنْكُمُ الشَّهْرِ. Whoever eyesighted the shahr, the moon. This is why the Muslims, they are celebrating, saying, hey, Allahu Akbar, we saw the moon. You see how they lie to you, and even the translation, they corrupt their Quran to deceive you that they are not following the moon. Whoever of you sight the moon, not the month. You cannot sight a month, you idiot. So whoever of you, and what moon? It have to be the crescent moon. Change the translation. The month of Ramadan, like this guy, he made Ramadan. Aman Rabbi Aman. Ramadan. Ramadan became Ramazan. Okay. Is that which Quran was revealed guidance? Okay, and says it clear. Okay. Whoever of you present in this month, how you can present in this month? I mean, it is an option to present or not. What do you mean present in this month? This month is coming. We like it or we don't. It's a month. If it's a month. The verse saying, whoever sight the moon. Like, what's wrong with those, Abdul? Let us change the translation. Sahih International. Maybe we got lucky. Maybe. Look at this. Look at this. So whoever sights between two brackets the new moon of the month. There's no month. You just said the new moon. Let him fast it. Bingo. Okay, what moon exactly we need to sight in order to celebrate Ramadan? And what if we cannot sight it? What if you live in Alaska? What if you live in Norway? What if you live? What if the weather is so bad for 2 or 3 months? What do? The Muslim, they come and say, "You saying, brother? We wait a day or two and then we celebrate anyway, you know." But the Quran says, "Whoever of you sight." If we go and read the interpretation, you will see clearly. It says, you have to sight the crescent moon. I would like to ask the Muslims. So this is not a month. This is not a month. Ramadan is not a month. Ramadan is a moon. And that moon is coming, and we are waiting for him. That moon, we call him Ramadan. فَمَنْ شَهِدَ مِنْكُمُ الشَّهْرَ. Whoever sight the moon. See here the translation, how it deceived. Look. How this guy, ask yourself, how this guy here translated the word month instead of the word shahr, which mean moon. I mean, why here you are adding the word moon? Where do you get it from? This is the same word. فَمَنْ شَهِدَ مِنْكُمُ الشَّهْرَ. See here, in the same verse, the first 2 words, he did not translate it as a moon. This is the word shahr. Here, it is a moon. Either he did that because he's an ignorant, or because he's a donkey, trying to corrupt. You choose one. Both will make you a donkey. So whoever of you, the moon of Ramadan is where Allah He sent the Quran. How many moons Muhammad he have? Do we have any Muslim have an objection? Any Muslim have an objection? All of you agree with me? That's nice. Let me try to find you something. Because somebody might say to you, he's lying to you. It doesn't say that, CP. It doesn't say that, CP. Let us try to find an old Hebrew or Aramaic dictionary. Okay, hold on. We found something here. Which will take us back to the Egyptian. Let us see. I'm just trying to. I found here the book. There's a book here. It's called the Journal of the Manchester Egyptian and Oriental Society. But anyway, let's go to the dictionary better. You see here, this is, you can find this book here. It speak about that the journal. This is the in Google book. Mean the little moon, the word shahr, you know. But anyway, if we go and we try to find some reference, you will find there's many websites, and I click at this one, but this is a book of an American writer. Oh, this is a PDF file. Yeah, I don't want that. Hold on. Let me see if I can find a dictionary. Hebrew. What does shahr mean? This is baby name media, whatever, you know. I hope no sound here. Do we have a sound? Okay, what shahr is coming from? They will say to you in Hebrew and in Arabic, it's coming from the word moon. You see the word moon? Shahr. Yeah. But still, I want to find a dictionary. Hold on. All of this is not official. I want to find something official. Like what we are finding now is Wikipedia. I mean, you cannot take it as a source. Anyone can do editing. Uh-oh. I found something even better. I found an Islamic website saying that. Oh boy. Let us put it on the screen. And this is even where the word hilal itself, you know, the Muslims, they say hilal. Hilal means the new moon too. The Quran speak about ahilla. Let us see, hold on. I will give you this link. Allah connected shahr, i.e. ruling, that which is called hilal, and shahr, that's at the beginning of the end of the fast, and sacrifice. Allah says, interpretation of the meaning, about the new moon, says, this is a sign mark as fixed, okay, for pilgrimage. Okay, the new moon is al-hilal, ahilla. Okay, Anyway, so here they are saying clearly to you that the word shahr, is about the moon. Analogy with the new moon. Okay. See, whoever of you sight the new moon of Ramadan. Do you see it? So Ramadan is a moon. And whoever sight the new moon, because Ramadan is a moon, who appear once a year. And this is what the Sabian, they believe. The Sabian, they go, they have 2 cities in the north of Iraq. So they say goodbye to the moon last year when the end of Ramadan is over. And then when the new moon comes in, they go to different city. And they wait for the new moon. That is Ramadan. So whoever of you sight the new moon, which is Ramadan. Let me post this link for you. This is a Muslim website, which is even better to use, because now a Muslim cannot say, this is, fiction, it's a lie. You can save it. All right? Still, I want to find a Hebrew website. Here we go. Finally, we found a Hebrew dictionary. Oh, this is Harvard University. I don't want Harvard University. University of the rich, not of the smart. Okay, here we go. We found a Hebrew dictionary. Wonderful. Korean Jude. This is what this is. Safira Ken Dictionary. I don't know what this dictionary is about. Arab Shahr, Ethiopian Shahr. Regardless what they are saying there, it's not really, I don't care. But just I want to show you that the word Shahr mean moon and mean the moon god too. It's the crescent moon. And this is exactly what Muslims wait for. You see it? The word Shahr, this is the word Shahr, is the moon. Which moon? The crescent moon. Even if we go to the Islamic websites, like the Tafsir website, let us see. You see, you remember I told you that the verse saying that Allah, He sent the Quran? He sent the Quran, right? Look why they are trying to solve the problem. They say, these days of the month of Ramadan, wherein the Quran was revealed from the preserved tablet to the earthly heaven on the night of Al-Qadr. We showed you that the Egyptian, as the Muslim scholar in the video, he said that the Egyptian, they have the night of Al-Qadr and they celebrate Ramadan. And this is the belief that when revelation came down from God to the one who present him in earth. All right? Let us change the interpretation. This month, Ramadan, is the month which revealed the Quran, whereupon Jibreel brought down the entire Quran to the first heaven. Look at this madness. Jibreel, he brought the Quran, the entire Quran. You see what I told you? I told you the verse here is wrong, because if Allah, he sent the Quran, the verse doesn't say Allah sent the verse. The verse says Allah, he sent down the Quran. So the Quran is already revealed. And now the Muslims, they try to solve it. They say, oh, he revealed it, he sent it down, but to the first heaven. But this is not down yet. Still, we will not receive it. Because you Muslim, you claim that Muhammad, he received the Quran in that day. Not the Quran sent to the first heaven. Why Muhammad, he lived in the first heaven? So the Muslim, to find solution for the stupidity of the verse here, they come with their own fabrication, saying, oh, Allah, he sent the Quran, yes, but not to us. He sent it down to the lowest heaven. Why Allah, he do that? I mean, what lowest heaven? What do you mean lowest heaven? Here you will see that the one who make explanation for the Quran, they are stupid. Why? Because the Quran itself says the following. I'm typing in English. What a stupid cult. I mean, and the search engine is really, it's faster to find from the search engine from opening the chapters. All right. So if we go to the chapter of Al-Hajj, and remember, this is Al-Hajj chapter. In this chapter it says that the angels, Allah, he arranged the affair from the heaven to the earth, and they will go up to him on a day which is equal to 1,000 years if you're counting. Okay, so where is the Quran? Where is the Quran? You see, if the Quran, because the angels, they get their orders from the Quran. They don't see Allah. All the Muslims agree that the angels, they get their orders from the tablet. But they just told us that the tablet is in the lowest heaven, according to the interpretation. But the verse here says, he arranged every affair from the heaven to the earth, then its affair will go up to him in a day, up to him, not to the lowest heaven. So the tablet is there. And the funny, Allah have a tablet. I mean, what is that? You know, Allah, he wrote the tablet and he put it between the eyes of an angel. His name is Israfil. And this is another story Muhammad, he stole from the Jews. If you ask the Muslim what Israfil mean, they don't know. What Jibreel mean, they don't know. What Mikael know, they don't know. There are names, they stole them. Did you ask yourself why Jibreel, his name is Jibreel, not Jibreel Allah? Because Il is a word meaning God in the Aramaic language. And even in the Hebrew. That's why we say Emmanuel, Mikael, Gabriel, Israel, Ishmael. All those words end with Il. Il is word meaning God. So how come the angel of Allah, he end with Il, and we cannot find Il anywhere in the Quran? How suddenly Quran became Arabic, but the names, they still belong to different religion, belong to different language. If the Arabic is the most favorite language for Allah, how come all the names He have for us are foreign names? If you ask the Muslims, okay, who is this guy Abraham? What Abraham mean? They don't know. Ishmael, what Ishmael mean? Isaac, Jacob, Israel. They don't know, because everything in Islam is a theft. So Allah, He sent the Quran in the month of Ramadan? No, He sent it in the moon of Ramadan. And whoever of you witnessed that moon, whoever of you sight that moon. Let me see Ibn Kathir in English, what he is saying about this one. Let us see how much they deleted from the interpretation. Usually those things are not important for them, so they don't delete much. Let us go to Ibn Kathir. All right, let us see Ibn Kathir here. Okay, hold on, I think 185. Why we are here? Why is taking me here? Oh, this is 84. I was wondering why it is. Okay. All right. Look here how they try to lie to you, but in the same time they got themselves busted. So whoever of you sight the crescent on the first night of the month Ramadan. Where is the word month and where is the word crescent? Are you adding words or simply how Ibn Kathir he come to the conclusion that this is the crescent moon? Because simply this is what the word shahr mean. Shahr mean moon. Allah he have 12 moons. And this moon, every moon have his own house. You see here the translation because they don't understand what the verse is saying. So there's 12 moons, and each moon have his own palace. If you watch those, what they call them, zodiac, you know the zodiac thing? Let me see if I can find them, put them for you in the screen, so you get excited, especially those who believe in those silly stuff. Zodiac. Here we go. I will put it. Let us see. You know those things, right? The zodiac. Those they present houses of the moon. And the moon is the one who is in charge of what you will be and what will happen to you. You will be a happy person, a sad person. You will be wealthy, you will be filthy, you will be bad, you will be good, whatever you will be. Muhammad, he took from the old legions everything with no exception, and he adopted. And even in the Quran, Muhammad, he made it clear that there's a 12 moons if we go. You see, we proved to you already that the word shahar mean moon, right? We proved to you already the word shahar mean moon. The Quran say clearly the numbers of moons for Allah are 12. The number, let us put the screen for you again. Lord have mercy. See, sharing information, too much information, let us say, is not easy. Some people, they cannot handle it. It's too much. That's why not many people like, to watch my videos. They are long and too much information coming, and it's not relaxing really. Indeed, the numbers of moons, not month. Remember the word shahr, we prove it to be. The word mean moon. So the number of moons for Allah is 12 moons. The Arab who decided to fix the problem which they inherited from others, the lunar moon, they used to add every 3 years 33 days. Hold on. In chapter 9, verse number 37, Muhammad, he called those who try to not to practice the Sabian. The Sabian, they don't change the calendar. They don't add days to the calendar. They just follow it. The calendar keep coming, whatever the month will be. Like now Ramadan, for the Muslims, it can come in July, it can come in December, it can come in August. Why? Because it's a wrong calendar. The Arab, they used to do corrected every 3 years. The Jews, they correct it every year. This is why you will see that the Jews, they celebrate their occasion, their holiday, in 15 of Nisan. Nisan is a name of the month which is have to come in a certain date. They cannot change it. So what they do? They have to add days to the end of the year. So in order to keep that month to come in the same day every year, they have to correct it. Muhammad, he considered such an act of the devil. Why? Because the Sabian, they told him that this is wrong. So look what Muhammad says. Indeed, post, adding months to the year of Allah is act of kuffar. If you go and read those verses, interpretation, what you will find. Because when you read it here, it doesn't say anything. I mean, this Quran is something stupid. I mean, what we read from this? What you learn from this? Nothing. What indeed postponing restriction of when the second month is an increase of disbelief? What does that mean? You have to go and see what the Muslims saying in their scholars, and then you will find that the verse itself have nothing to do with what they are saying. I mean, it's confusing because the Quran is made by a stupid idiot. And his language doesn't fit with the mind of anyone who can understand Arabic. So if we go to the Quran interpretation, chapter 9, verse number 37. You will see here, they are speaking about that the kuffar, they are adding month to the year. That they make up, that they match the number of months with Allah, which we make it holy. So those Arab, in order to correct the calendar, they add every 3 years, they add a month. And this month is rejected by Muhammad. And this is why the Islamic calendar now is messed up. Like Muslims, they celebrate the day of Muhammad's birth. You will find he's born in January sometime in July, sometime in February. It's all over the place. Why? Because Muhammad, he refused the Arab correction for the calendar. For Allah, he made the 12 moons. Who are you to add one more? Allah did not have 12 moon. Allah, he don't have a 13 moon. He have 12. So we have to preserve the 12 moon of Allah. And the one who add a moon to the moon, he is committing evil. Do we have any Muslim here? See, they are delaying a month. How they delay that? They add a month because the calendar is wrong. You cannot delay it, but if they don't delay it, the calendar is screwed up. Your Ramadan, it might come in December, and a few years after, it might come in July. Every year, the calendar of Ramadan is different from the year before it. If we go right now and search in Prophet Google, peace upon him. What we will find? I just searched Prophet Google. It says to me that Ramadan, depends in the year, like whatever year you are in. Every year is different. Look at this. So how this can be a month? This is a moon. And Muhammad saying to them, whenever the moon come, the moon come. The moon of Ramadan, we cannot delay it. It's not up to you. So the month of Ramadan, I want Ramadan only. Hold on, is that Ramadan only? Look what they're saying to you here. Due to the Hijri calendar related, the Hijri year are given as well as help clarify, etc. Okay, let us see. Hold on. I want just Ramadan. I don't want all this garbage. Okay. Read and love. The date of the moon of Ramadan. In the year 2021, start in April 13. 22, April 2nd. 23, March 23rd. 24, March 11. 25 March 1st, 26 February 18, 27, etc. As you see, February, January, June, you name it. Where is the calendar of Allah? How the moon of Allah is switching between July and December. And by the way, this calendar continue like, forever, like the same. Every year there's almost 10 days or 11 days. Like here, from March 11 and then March 1st. March 1st and then here February 18. February 18 and then February 8. So we take down 10 days in every year to come. And this is why Ramadan keep moving. So the Arab, they used to fix the wrong calendar. But because Muhammad is following the moon god, he cannot play with his God. He is following the Sabian. And actually there's a hadith clearly says that Muhammad was a Sabian man. And by the way, the Sabian, they believe that Pharaoh, he was a Sabian. And that's why the Sabian, they hate the Jews and they believe that their God Adonai is the devil. And that's why he ordered them to cut and circumcised. And here you ask yourself, how in the world Muhammad he accept circumcision? This is why there's a guy, his name is Amir. He was a big rabbi, or let us say a scholar for the Sabian. He said to Muhammad, he's a Hanif. He says, Muhammad, he follow Hanif and he add things to it. Hanif. This is the Sabian, Hanif. Hanif means kuffar, by the way. So if you go in the hadith, let me see if I can find the okay, I found it. Let's put it in the screen. Are we taking long? Are you guys tired? Who is tired? Look at this hadith with me. Muhammad, he was with his gang looking for victims as usual, to rape them, steal their money, take their women. So they needed water. So they went, searched for water, and they met a woman who was sitting on her camel between two bags of water. They asked, where we can find water? An old woman, she is getting her water. She replied, I was there, and which means she is pointing her fingers there. This hour yesterday, and my people are behind me. They requested her to accompany them. She asked where? They said, to Allah messenger. She said, do you mean the man who is called Sabi'i? Do you see it? What the Muslim, they said, yes. Do you see it, people? The woman, she said, is that the man who people call him Sabi'i, which means from the Sabian? The Muslim, they said to you, no. At that time, anyone leave the religion, they call him Sabi. What's wrong? Sabi is Sabian. What is Sabi? Okay, anyone leave religion, they call him a Christian? Sabi is the name of religion. So, is that the one they call him Sabi? They said yes. Actually, you will see in my coming book, I'm working in a book, it's called The Roots of the Quran. I made actually a good part of it, but because this topic is so much complicated, and sometimes you sit and you want to write, and it really gives you a lot of headache, because it's very complicated topic, and you have to get your resource from, it's really crazy. But this will be a very interesting book, The Roots of the Quran, because we will compare about things where Muhammad is coming, where Muhammad is taking his stories from. And I cannot put all the stories there, otherwise my book will be like 1,000 pages maybe, or 2,000 pages. So I will try to make like a summary of the most important things in Islam. Otherwise, like the same as it in 6 on Allah, if I want to write everything about Islam, speaking about sex, I will not have a space in the biggest library in this earth to write about it, because all of Islam is about sex. So the same here, when we talk about the roots of the Quran, we have to find the source of it. Like there is a book, it's called Kanz Rabba. Kanz Rabba is the book of the Sabian. And you will notice right away, if you open the book of Kanz Rabba, as if you are reading the Quran. Let me see, do this, hold on. Let me open the book. I'm just flipping the book. This is the book of the Sabian. It's Quran. It is literally a Quran. And actually here in page number 14, this book have right, Kanz Rabba right, and Kanz Rabba left. It might be confusing for you, but the book is divided to 2 parts. One is called the right, and one is called the left. Here is talking about fasting, etc. But if you read, you will see that it is Quran. Even the way it is made, it is Quran. Anyone who speaks Arabic, he can read now, and he will die laughing at Muhammad copying from the Quran, from this book a lot. And you will notice too that it is the same style of Arab words. And you will see the first page in the book of Kanz Rabba right is Tawheed. Do you see it? But this is the book of the Sabian. This is Kanz Rabba, right? Okay, how Kanz Rabba right? Speaking about Tawheed. Any Muslim? What Tawheed mean? Do those people believe in one God? They worship stars. They worship angels. Actually, even their name, they call themselves al-Mandanaiyin. The word Mandanai is a name for an angel who is like a god for them. He is the one who created them. He is the one who made things. And those people believe that those angels, they have ranks. They are gods, but they have ranks. Higher ranks, lower ranks. There's angels who create. There's angels who cannot create. There's angels who they can forgive. There's angels who cannot forgive. Which means every group of angels, they have a job. And the highest is the one who can create. And the one who can create is in total agreement with Allah. Actually, there's a story, if you remember, when Allah ordered Adam to bow down, the angels to bow down to Adam. Let me see. Let us see. Anyway, this is a different topic, but you will see, like, I mean, how much Muhammad is copying from this book. This book, when I'm done with it, is going to be very interesting, but it's taking too much time. I'm working in this book almost now for, I think 3 years. You know? But I will finish it for sure. I'm not able to sit every day and write in it, but I think soon I will start like taking some time off from YouTube and those things so I can write. Anyway, do we have any Muslim have an objection for what we said? Anyone can prove us wrong? Anyone? If you remember, we explained to you before, Tawheed, it does not mean oneness of God. Tawheed means uniting God. Like if you type right now, if I go to Google Translation, let us do this in front of your eyes. All right. I will type the word Tawheed in front of you. I will make it a sentence. Switch to Arabic. Okay, choose Arabic. Do you see? I just typed the Tawheed al-Dawah al-Arabiya. Do you see it? This is Tawheed. I will play the sound for you too, so you can see. I type the word Tawheed. You will hear it in Arabic. It says Tawheed. Let us put it in Arabic. Let us turn the speaker on.
توحيد الدول العربية.
You see it?
توحيد الدول العربية.
Okay, Tawheed mean what? Unification.
توحيد الدول العربية.
Where is the oneness of God? Do you see it? Tawheed is unification. You don't unify something is one. If something is one, you do not need to unify what is one already. It's one. It's united. And actually, you don't unite the one. The one is one, because uniting the one make it not one. Because obviously you just united together. So Tawheed means unification. So when we say in Arabic, توحيد الدول العربية, we are saying the unification of the Arab countries.
توحيد الدول العربية.
So what is the oneness?
توحيد الدول العربية.
I don't see the word. Let us see here.
The unification of the Arab countries.
Man, her voice is scary. Thank God I'm not married to her. I don't want to wake up and hear this voice every morning. What she said?
The unification of the Arab countries.
She must be a machine, man. This voices are annoying. Hey, Google, find a real woman talking, man. I say, oh, Google. Do we have any Muslim? So they try to fool us and they say, we believe in the oneness of God, but you don't. You don't. It's a lie. And you remember before we mentioned to you when Allah, He said in the Quran, if we like to have a partner, a wife, lahu, or lahu is a woman. The word lahu mean women. So the Quran says, if Allah would like, if He didn't say I, if we had intended to take a partner, a wife, we will take it from ourselves. Okay, Allah want to take a wife from ourselves. If Allah is one, who is ourself? Who He will marry from? And look at the funny translation. It says our presence, but it doesn't say that. You change the translator, you will find the Quran changed, totally changed. This is big tal. Let us go to different idiot. Look what happened. We just changed the translator, we did not change the book. Had we intended to take a pastime, i.e. wife or a son, you need to take a wife in order to have a son, we could surely have taken it from us. Okay, how Allah is one and He would like to take a wife from us? Allah is going to have sex with Himself like Shaitan. Shaitan, according to Muslims, Allah created for him, the first Shaitan, Allah created for him a penis in the right thigh and a vagina in the left thigh, and then he shake this into this and he do nikah, and then he, which means if himself, and then he laid 10 eggs. True story. So when they say to you, we believe in the oneness of God, the Muslim, they believe in Tawheed, not in the oneness. Muhammad, he unite between gods, Allah and Akbar. Allah, Al-Lah, Al-Lah, God Lah, the moon god, and Akbar, the sun god. Now somebody like an idiot like James White, he said to you, no, when somebody says to you the Muslim worship the moon god, this is not true. The Quran says don't worship the moon, you idiot. The moon god is not the moon. You are a certified donkey. This is why it says Allah, He have 12 moons. He is the God of the moons. Donkey. This is why you see Abraham, when he was looking for God, he said, this is my God, this is Akbar. He was talking about what? He was talking about the sun. Chapter 6, verse number 78. So Abraham first, according to Muhammad, he started worshipping the planets. Stars. He saw a planet, we didn't know which one. Muhammad did not say here in the Quran. He said, this is my God. And then when this planet or star disappear, he said, I don't like the one who disappeared. And here the story is very funny, very stupid. Why? Because now we are assuming that Abraham was blind all his life, and the first time he opened his eyes, it was night. And this is the first time he noticed that this star would disappear. You see how stupid the story? Like he did not notice before that the star disappeared. And do the star disappear anyway? This is God talking, supposedly not. And by the way, when the Muslims, they say to you the Quran, nobody can make Quran. Don't they say that? People, don't the Muslims, they say to you, no one can make Quran? Is that correct? I just said Allahu Akbar. Allah is the name of the moon god. Akbar is the moon god, is the sun god. This is why here, if you go down, it says, when he saw the moon rising up, he said, this is my Lord, but it said, so unless my Lord guide me, I shall not surely be among the erring people. So he was worshipping the moon, not the moon god, you know. But then he saw the sun. He called the sun Akbar. Muhammad at that moment, he was trying to make the Jews believe that he is like them. He's a Jew. See, Muhammad is like Obama. He's a Muslim with the Muslim. He's a Jew with the Jew. Like Obama, he go to Egypt, he quote the Quran. Obama, he go to Jerusalem, he wear the hat of the Jews. Obama sit with the atheist, he make fun of the Bible. Obama sit with the gays, he is a gay. This is how to be a president, you know. corrupt word. So when he saw the sun rising, he said, this is Akbar. He did not say this is a greater. He says this is Akbar. Akbar is what the sun is described. How come he did not describe the moon? Akbar. Is really the sun is bigger? Is it? Why he called it Akbar? Actually, there's in Tafsir Ibn Kathir, there is a sanam, his name is Akbar. The Muslim, they take it off from the Ibn Kathir print, but it exists in the old one. Let me show you. Like in the other day, I went to search for it. They took it off from the new print. Look at the corruption. Look at this religion. This is the book of Ibn Kathir, and this is the older copies. كانوا يعبدون أصناما فصنم يقال له. Here, this one, sorry, this one is about Samad. Don't you, the Muslims, they say Allahu Samad? Don't the Muslims, they say Samad? Allah is a Samad? قل هو الله أحد, Allahu Samad? That is taken from other religion, from the Sabian. So there is a statues, ancient statues, exist in the Arabian Peninsulas, exist everywhere, and there is one exist next to the Kaaba or inside the Kaaba. وغيره أنهم كانوا يعبدون أصناما فصنم يقال له صمد. And the other one called Samud. There's Samad and there's Samud. They took it off. Look, here, they took it off. They changed it. From Saman to Sadda. Just to cover the scandals, what they are worshipping. I mean, if it says that, I mean, how you can even change a book? It's already printed everywhere. Well, by time, people who have the original book, they will die and nobody will have it no more. Very simple. Do we have any Muslim want to say anything? Anyone? So Ramadan is a pagan month, and if there's a priest, he's asking Christian children to recite Quran or etc. in their churches for Ramadan, this priest is supporting the devil. We love the Muslims, but loving Muslims is not by loving the cult of Islam. This is something and something else, Islam. Any priest, he do such a thing, don't take your children to his church, for his church is a synagogue of the devil. Remember the Lord, he says, not everyone says to me, Lord, Lord, God, God, will enter the kingdom of my Father. There's many liars of them. So if you ever see a priest, he's trying to promote the cult of Islam, he's a church, you should know that you should know better that he is no Christian. Do you agree? Never trust a priest, by the way. And never trust me even. Trust God. Who am I? All of us, we are sinners. So anyone who bring you teaching other than what is in the scriptures is not to follow, period. We don't follow a man. We don't follow a priest. We don't follow a bishop. We don't follow the Pope. We don't follow Protestant. We don't follow Orthodox. We don't follow whatever. We follow what Jesus said. Anything else, anyone brings something is not what Christ he said. The Bible says, who is the Antichrist? Is the one who denied the Father and the Son. So when this priest is singing for Ramadan, he is singing for Satan. The Bible said it clearly. Who is the Antichrist? You do not need to be a genius. If you see someone he called himself a priest, ask him who is the one who is Antichrist in the Bible, according to the Bible. Let us see what he will say. It is the one who denied the Son and the Father. Don't Islam deny both. Islam don't believe that we have a father, and Islam does not believe that God have a son. So when somebody claims to be a priest, he's teaching according to who? They say to you, this is interfaith, to be nice to Muslim. Be nice to Muslim, give a donation, feed the poor people. Go walk in the street. If you see somebody is a Muslim and he's poor, help him. Not by praying to Allah. When you pray to Allah, you are not feeding a Muslim. You are not feeding a Muslim, you are not feeding Christian. You know, this is what people help. Those people are evil, hypocrites, taqiyya. You know, there's many, they practice taqiyya every day. He is Antichrist, the one who denied the Father and the Son. So Muhammad in the Quran labeled as he who deny, and he is the liar. And not only, you know, when the Bible says who is the liar, and then the Bible says he who denied that Jesus is the Christ, and he is Antichrist who denies the Father and the Son. So Muhammad, he have two description in the same time. He is Antichrist and he is a liar. So when somebody claimed to be a priest and he said to you, I'm going to teach the children in our churches to sing for Ramadan. What is Ramadan? A month brought or celebration ritual by the man who killed people on Ramadan. This is the month where Muhammad slaughtered the Christians. This is actually the last war they have against Israel. It was the war of Ramadan. Ramadan is not the month of peace. Muslim, they say to you, oh, in Ramadan we don't have war. Most of the wars Muhammad did and Muslim did, it was in Ramadan. But who is the liar? It is the one who denied the Father. It is the one who denied Christ. How do you deny Christ? Muhammad, he says that Jesus is the Christ. No, actually, he gave him a different name. He said that Isa is the Christ. We don't know what Isa. But let us say, for the sake of argument, Muhammad is stupid and he thought this name is correct. Still, he don't believe. And he teaches his followers to kill those who believe that Jesus is the Son of the Father. And this is why he is an Antichrist. He's a liar. He's a false prophet. You have a false prophecy. All the prophecies of Muhammad are false. And I challenge any Muslim right now, if any one of them he can show me one prophecy is not false. After all those hours I am live on air, I'm willing to open my paltalk for you. If you have the guts to show me one prophecy Muhammad said is not a fraud. Just one. They don't dare. But if you are a guy who is a blonde with blue eyes, the Muslims will be lined up to prove you wrong. But in my case, nobody show up. Anyone? So my friends, anyone he call himself a priest and he bring a good image of Islam to your children, this guy is more dangerous than the devil himself. Take your children away from him. This is the only thing you can do. Let his church go empty and warn people about this liar. Show them this verse. Who is the Antichrist? This is the Bible. This is not the priest. The Bible says the one who denies the Father, the Son. That's it. We do not need to debate. We do not need to argue. We do not need to be scholars. So if you see such a people like this promoting the cult of Muhammad, those are false priests. Those, they will go to hell. Don't let them go to hell and take your children with you. The prophecy of Muhammad saying Islam will, I don't know about that one, if it's going to be true or not, we will see. Any Muslim? You know what, I think I'm thinking now to make my coming broadcast, I call it Muhammad is a false prophet, prove me wrong. And we will challenge the Muslims, any Muslim, to call us and show us one prophecy of Muhammad. Now it's time to go, and I want to say thank you guys for being here. I hope we learn together a lot of things together, and I wish I can share with you more, you know. But sadly, the language barrier is always making what I do limited, very limited actually. But what we are sharing with you is extremely enough to defeat Islam. It's more than enough. Islam is the most stupid cult ever you can imagine. I mean, I do not need to be a genius just to believe, to know that this can't be God. I mean, God, he promised me big boobs, endless penis. I mean, what is this? Are we talking about a God or talking about a cartoon? So Islam is very silly, very stupid. But don't think because it's stupid, there's not somebody is going to be fooled by the stupidity. Because if you go on YouTube, you will see how much money they invest, science and the Quran. Did you ask yourself why they are making those videos? So they can control your mind and make you believe that this is an amazing book, when the book is nothing but a joke. So many they will be deceived because many they are not helping to spread the truth. Many of you come here and just watch and laugh, but you don't go around and share the truth. You don't download the video and repost. You see, if a Christian prince was a Muslim, I will have 100,000 people watching my video now, live. I don't want to compare myself to the idiot Zakir Naik, but look how many they watch him, and look how many they watch me. Why? Because a Christian, they don't support really. They like to watch, sadly. If I open my email, I will find every day 80, 100, 200, I don't know. Can you answer this guy? Can you refute this guy? Did you see this video? As if there's no Christian in this earth except me. Did you ask yourself why you don't do it yourself? Why only me? I am the only Christian left. So they wanna, oh, you are the one who is so good in it, but you can't do your part. I cannot do everything. And the funny, the Muslim, they think I have an army behind me. They think I have assistants, I have secretary. Hey, secretary, can you bring me some water? Water, come. Look how fast my secretary is. I have Khadija here. Thank you, secretary. Yeah. So, do your part. Don't be a person who watch. One day the Lord, he will ask you what you did. Where you been? He did what you did. He did. Yeah, he did. What about you? If you think that day is not coming, you are mistaken. Time goes so fast. unless you are a female. Time is frozen, you know, that's it. The spray fixture, what they call it, this one for the hair. And that's it, like time doesn't go. Like, what? I'm 17 years old, you know. My mom, she is 17. My grandma, she is 16. Yeah. Time goes so fast, my friend. And time will come and there will be questions about what you did. If you are a male or a female, doesn't matter. All right? And don't worry about what people say. Worry about what God will say about you. The Lord, He says, from their fruits you shall remember them. You shall know them. Not from your names. Your name doesn't count. You call yourself a Christian, you call yourself Mary, you call yourself George, you call yourself whatever you want. It is what you do. Yeah, like here we have a predictor. He have a lot of work, actually, he did translating. So subscribe to his channel, by the way. Anyone, those who download my videos, if you want to watch my videos, because I delete them, subscribe to them, so always you can see what you missed. Support them. They deserve your support. All right. Do a refutation class for us so we can refute Muslims. This is what I do here in Torah. What are you talking about? Everything we are doing here is teaching you how to refute them. So what I was doing for the last 3 hours now, what I did yesterday and the day before and the day before and the day before, we are teaching you how to refute them. My friend, knowledge, seek knowledge, not refutation. Seek knowledge. When you have knowledge, you can refute anyone when he says something wrong. If he says something right, you agree with him. So seek knowledge, don't seek challenge. Because challenge can be foolish too, you know. I mean, okay, I'm going to prove them wrong, but they are right. So seek knowledge. That's why the Lord, He says, search the books, read them, and then what will happen? Then you will know the truth. And what will happen then? The truth will set you free. But if you go in the Quran, in chapter 5, as an example, verse 101, it says, ask not questions. The Muslims, they say that people, they were asking Muhammad silly questions. Well, everything for Muhammad is a silly question, because you have no answer. Name for me one thing Muhammad have answered for it. Even when the people, they ask him about the spirit, which is extremely important question. What Muhammad, he says, only Allah knows. It's from the command of my Lord. They are asking you, who is this spirit? You don't tell them from the command of my Lord. What is the answer? So Muhammad, because he knew he's a fraud. Look at this verse. Look at this stupid verse. Ask not about things which is made plain for you. Okay, well, so we ask about what? Because people, they ask question about things is plain for them. Otherwise, they do not need to ask you. Do you see the stupidity? If we are not allowed to ask about things made plain for us, so we will ask about what? About things is not plain? If it's not plain for me, there's no reason for me to ask. And the verse 102 says, because former generation, they asked the same questions and they left the faith. Do you see it? So with Jesus is the opposite. He wants you to read the books. He wants you to learn. Educate yourself. He don't want a fool follower. A fool, there's two kinds of fool, by the way. There's a fool by choice, which means he decided not to learn. And there's a fool who learned, but he decided to be a fool still. And I will explain that to you. You will see a guy supposed to have a PhD, and he's a Muslim. And then he want to believe, this is it, that Zakir Naik is a doctor, right? Don't they say that Zakir Naik is a doctor? Okay. If we ask Zakir Naik, let me find Zakir Naik, hold on. We miss him. Don't you guys miss him? I was going to leave an hour ago. I hate you people. I know many of you now getting excited. We want to have fun. Zakir Naik is coming. Like, hey, Zakir Naik. What a joker. I mean, if this is their scholar, so who is the idiot? Okay, let's see. Zakir Naik, Quran, okay, look at this. Are you ready? This is the doctor talking. Okay, come on.
Collected all the data that we could find in the Quran, as well as the Hadith, dealing with embryology. And they followed the verse of the Quran, Surah Nahl, chapter number 16, verse 43, and Surah Anbiya, chapter number 21, verse number 7, which says, فَاسْأَلُوا أَهْلَ الذِّكْرِ إِن كُنْتُمْ لَا تَعْلَمُونَ.
He just killed Muhammad. اسألوا أهل الذكر إن كنتم لا تعلمون. So ask the Christians and the Jews. The verse saying, ask the Christians and the Jews if you do not know.
If you don't know, if you are in doubt, ask the person who's knowledgeable.
No, it doesn't say the person who is knowledgeable, you idiot. أهل الذكر, the people who have a book. He don't even know how to translate his Quran.
The Arab students, they collected the verses of the Quran and the Hadith dealing with embryology and translated into English and presented it to Professor Keith Moore. That was about 30 years back.
Yeah, well, this guy, he made himself, he made a book saying the Arab, they were great in science, except Islamic scientists, they were not good when it's come to embryology. And he quoted the Quran, the same one, the same person, they keep quoting his name. And I gave you the link for him. Who have it? Do you admin have the link for this Moore, Dr. Moore? Post it. This guy, he himself, he made fun of the Quran. And the Muslims, they keep quoting him. They invited him for a conference in Saudi Arabia. He got a big check. So he said, yeah, it says like something new. But in his book, this guy, he made fun of the Quran. So look, they want to explain to you the Quran having miracle, embryology. But if we go in the Quran, we will find the Quran saying the most stupid thing. That the dead blood became a baby, and the sperm became dead blood. I hate my keyboard. There's something wrong with it. This is what he was talking about. This is Dr. Moore, brother. Look at this. Look at this. This is science. Then we made the nutfa into a clot, a piece of thick congealed blood. This is what science says. That a human being sperm, the man's sperm, will become a dead blood, and then the blood will grow. Any Muslim agree with this? Well, one of you, he sent me an email saying, can you refute their science? I said, my friend, I have 2 books talking about it. Go read them. One is called Quran and Science. The other one called Deception of Allah. Because both of them, I decided to change the name. Actually, the 2 books are one book. The 2 books, because they became so big, you know, keep writing, keep writing. I said to myself that you have to stop. Otherwise, it's this. So I made them 2 books. Deception of Allah and Quran and Science. Go and read and laugh. This is science. Do we have any Muslim when I say talk something about science? Because I'm really convinced the Quran is a book of science. Anyone? And Muhammad is the first one who come to a conclusion that if you have orgasm first, the baby will look a male and will look like you. And then the Muslim in their in translation, they say, oh, the Prophet was talking about the chromosome. The Prophet was talking about the chromosome, but he's saying it is thick and white, talking about the sperm, not the chromosome. And he says the one who comes first, comes first. Suddenly, the one who comes first became a chromosome. Science. This is why if you look like me, you look so bad, I mean, and you are going to sleep with your wife, and you want to have a baby, well, don't have orgasm first, because then you will look like you. You don't want that to happen to your son, don't you? Do you? So let your wife have orgasm. So like choose a wife, she is good looking, and then never have orgasm first. Never. Otherwise your kids will look like you. Now, you don't want that. Unbelievable. Like, you know, if I get married and I will say, no, you come first. She said, no, you come first. I said, no way, you come first. She said, you come first. I said, no, you don't understand. If I come first, the baby will look like me. I cannot do that. Stop, you are torturing me. Wisdom of the Prophet. Any Abdul? And by the way, one of the most amazing thing about the sexual intercourse in Islam is when you go to the bedroom with your wife, you have to make a prayer. Like now, your wife, she is taken to take off her clothes, and she is waiting to His Majesty. She is excited, and now we start to you have to pray to Allah to protect penis. Otherwise, Shaitan, he will round himself around your penis, and he will be doing your wife with you, and then the son is not going to be your son or brother. A'udhu billah. That's science. I mean, who can deny that? Who can deny that? I can search for the statement in English. I don't know if somebody from the admins, they have it, about Shaitan round himself around the penis. I remember once there was a Muslim, he came to a chat room in a program called Paltak, the one I use for Muslims to call me now. So this guy, each time he come to the mic and he say, you Christians are sons of Shaitan. Anyway, so once the admin, I was there. I used to sit like I'm working my book, and you know, I just for fun. I'm listening. So the admin in the chat room, he said to me, can you just take the mic and say something to him? I said, say what? He said, I don't know. I mean, this guy, he do the same. Each time he come, he say the same to us. I know you are going to come with something. I don't know what it is, but you will make him not to say that forever. So I took the microphone. I said to him, so Abdul, are you saying that the one who is not a Muslim, Shaitan sleep with his wife and his sons will be sons of Shaitan? He said, yes. This is hadith. The Prophet says so. And then I said to him, are you sure that this hadith is authentic? He said, yes, it's authentic. I said, are you sure it's authentic? He said, yes, I told you it's authentic. I said, again, third time. You have to say it 3 times like Muhammad. Are you sure it is authentic? He said, what's wrong with you? I told you already it's authentic. I said, well, based on what you are saying, then your prophet himself is a son of Shaitan. Because your prophet, his father was not a Muslim, and his mother, she was not a Muslim too. So his father, when he had sex with his mother, Shaitan, he wound himself around the penis of Muhammad. You should see what happened to that guy. He started crying literally. Oh, may Allah kill you. May Allah destroy you. You have a smart brain like the devil. Like, you idiot. You all you want to keep saying to us we are sons of Shaitan because we are not Muslims, and Shaitan, he bound himself around the penis of our father. You said that. And then when I said to him, well, this is mean your prophet himself, and look here how stupid Muhammad is, how you say to them such a thing? How Muhammad he say even that to them? Don't you know that Muhammad forgot that he himself, his father was a Muslim? Look, this is their book. The admin he posted the link for this. You can open it and you can save it. Look what it says here. Narrated by Mujahid, if a man has intercourse and does not mention the name of Allah, look, now you are holding, excuse my language, your private part, and now you have to mention the name of Allah. I mean, there's a connection if you think about it. Okay. Is the text clear? Let me zoom more. Most of you are old like me and you don't have good vision. Except women, for sure. They are all young here. You know, I'm just talking about men. Excuse me. Forgive me, please. Yeah. So, the fifth view is Mujahid. He said, if a man has intercourse and he does not mention the name of Allah, the jinn, which means the shaitan, he warp himself around his penis and has intercourse along with him. That's so dangerous, man. And here you notice that the Prophet Muhammad is the first one who come with Mr. Condom. Who is the one who come with Mr. Condom? Prophet Muhammad. Take it or leave it. Right? I mean, we have to be honest here. Look at this. Look, let me take a selfie for it. Smile, Muhammad. We will put you on the screen. Okay, thank you, Muhammad. Come on, Muhammad, don't smile too much. Okay. Look at this. Isn't this is amazing knowledge? How Muhammad, who is not a doctor, he knew this. Let us face it together. I mean, I know you are Christian, you don't want to believe in Islam, etc. But how the Prophet, he was able to accomplish such a knowledge beyond our vision? Because you cannot see the shaitan rounding himself around your penis. So, shaitan is a condom. He is. I mean, it's in front of you. He round himself around. So why people, they have sexual diseases if shaitan always is rounding himself? Shaitan should have the disease, not him. Because he will go rounding himself. Now, because we are not Muslims and we don't say this prayer, we have to find a solution. So what is the solution for this? Is a problem now? So shaitan don't round. I think you have to cover it by oil, so it's going to be slippery. So if shaitan tried to hold himself on it, like he slipped, like shaitan, you cannot hold it. Sorry. What genius, Muhammad! This is science. Just to show you another science of Muhammad, just a little more, you know. You do not need too much science, because too much science will kill you. You know you know the thing. You know what I'm saying? You know the thing, huh? Oh boy. Wait, let's see. Where is the video of this guy? Each time I look for something, I find I find my videos, not the video of the guy who I'm looking for. Ah, here we go. But this is not the whole video, it's a very short video. But this is science too, I mean, we have to admit.
Hadith of Tirmidhi it says, yeah, when you give the adhan, the shaitan, he not only runs, but the hadith says, lahu durat. You know what durat is? Durat is, he runs, and as he's running, yeah, his fart comes out. Lahu durat. I'm not making this the hadith. And listen to the ahadith, like you first, you know what the deen is about. The deen is about getting the shaitan away from you. So you know, you go into the toilet, you know, Bismillahi Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min al-khubuthi wal khaba'ith.
Now you are going, excuse my language, you are going to do literally shit. Literally. I say the word as it is. And now you have to say Allah. I mean, now you have to remember Allah. And now you have to pray to Allah. Why? What is the occasion? It's a shit time. Excuse my language. I know some people, they will say you should not talk like this. I don't care what people say. Deliver it as it is. Not the shit, I mean the word. No manure, no manure.
So Allah protect me from these devils. You go in there with your left foot. The left foot you went in, you get...
Left foot, brother. Brother, left foot. Don't enter with the right foot, brother. No, haram. Haram. Left foot, left foot, left foot, left foot. Don't enter with the right foot. Please don't do it. Such a mistake is really serious and dangerous. Brother, what will happen if I enter with the right foot? Shaitan, he will put a screwdriver in your anus. I'm serious. He will go, he will play with it. You know, he play with it, and you have to go to the bathroom like, you know, do it, you know, it's not coming. Even if you enter with the left foot, but you don't say the prayer, like if one of them is missing, that's it. Shaitan, he got you. He got your anus.
Get a reward for that. You're in the toilet, shaitan can't see you anymore. That's in a hadith. Bismillahi Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min al-khubuthi wal...
Look. You say the prayer, shaitan, he can't see you. Become invisible. I'm going to do that to rob a bank. I will say the same prayer and will go. Let me see if they will see me when I get inside the bank. I will go and take all the money and get out, and nobody will see me, like security, nobody, like, you know, like even the camera, like there's nobody, you know, like why? Because you said this prayer, you became invisible. Shaitan cannot see you, brother. This is deep.
Durat. You know what durat is? Durat is, he runs, and as he's running, yeah, his fart comes out. Lahu durat.
And do you hear the background music? This is like praying to Allah. I mean, look at the topic and look at the music in the background. I mean, it fit perfectly. Perfect background with perfect topic. It's a shitty religion, what we can say. What is this background is about? What a Muslim, what are you doing?
Lahu durat. You know what durat is? Durat is, he runs, and as he's running, yeah, his fart comes out. Lahu durat. I'm not making this the hadith. And listen to the ahadith, like you first, you know what the deen is about. The deen is about getting the shaitan away from you. So you know, you go into the toilet, you know, Bismillahi Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min al-khubuthi wal khaba'ith. So Allah protect me from these devils. You go in there with your left foot. The left foot you went in, you get a reward for that. You're in the toilet, shaitan can't see you anymore. That's in a hadith, right?
Guys, I have to go to the bathroom. I want to try something. Because honestly, like all of us, we have to say the truth. We suffer when we go. Because none of us say this prayer. None of us, we say this prayer. We have to be honest. Like, come on. How many of you suffer every day? All of you must be, you know. Hindus, Buddhas, atheists, all of you. You go to the bathroom, shaitan, he play with your anus. if we take a photocopy of your anus, only Allah knows what we will find there. Screwdriver, screws, maybe a spoon, a fork, a chair. I mean, whatever shaitan he used for his living room.
It's like you first, you know what the deen is about. The deen is about getting the shaitan away from you. So, you know, you go into the toilet, you know, Bismillahi Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min al-khubuthi wal khaba'is. So Allah protect me from these devils. You go in there with your left foot. The left foot you went in, you get a reward for that. You're in the toilet, shaitan can't see you anymore. That's in a hadith, right?
It's a hadith.
If you don't say the dua, what happens is the shaitan not only comes inside, but the hadith of Tirmidhi says he plays with your bowels.
Not only he is in the parking spot, which is your anus, he is playing now there. I mean, look at this, man. I'm going to convert to Islam immediately to secure my anus. Oh boy. Let me give you the link so you guys can download it, spread it around, because I don't see this video is gone. I don't see it anywhere. So please download this video and share it around. We don't want it to die, you know. We don't want this community to disappear. We don't want this is a comedy, but this is serious. You see, I read the hadith for you, you might not see it. I mean, there's two things will make it so funny. The guy saying it, and I'm making my comment. Because I notice that people, when they hear things or see things or read things, sometimes they don't notice how stupid it is. So I have to do my commentary ignition, you know, and then you will go ticklish. Because sometimes we don't notice how stupid and how silly. The hadith says, when he said the hadith says, this means the Prophet said, not me, don't laugh. The hadith says. Like, it's not the donkey saying that, it's the other donkey. The hadith says, so don't put it on me, put it on the Prophet. The Prophet said, take it serious.
So Allah protect me from these devils. You go in there with your left foot. The left foot you went in, you get a reward for that. You're in the toilet, shaitan can't see you anymore. That's in a hadith, right? If you don't say the dua, what happens is the shaitan not only comes inside, but the hadith of Tirmidhi says he plays with your bowels. He plays with your bowels. So you're inside there, you're thinking you're going to be out there in 5 minutes. He's taking you 20 minutes and you're still not halfway there. You know why? Because shaitan is going, ooh, la la.
And the Muslims are laughing, you believe it? They are laughing at the stupidity of their God. You are now sitting in the toilet seat. Okay, hold on. This is not enough for you guys. I think we need to have to do some work here. I mean, I don't think this is working. I think the explanation of this guy is not good enough for you. I don't know, I have a feeling that you are not understanding how serious the situation is. This is very serious. Imagine, brother, you're entering the bathroom. Brother. I'm not going to say sister because this is really offending for women. Brother, you are entering the bathroom and you forgot to say the prayer. Let us call Zakir Naik. He is now in the school, and now soon he will take a break from the school. He's a teacher, you know, he's a big teacher. He's teaching in Harvard, University of Pakistan, in Bangladesh, which is in Malaysia. See, he took a break now. Okay, now let me call him. Now we can call him, because before that he is busy, you know, he's busy. He always answers in the third. Hello? Christian Prince, I can't talk to you. First, I was speaking for many hours. Secondly, you are stupid. Hey, Zakir Naik, hold on. You are the smart, and so we are calling you, like we have to admit. Thank you very much. I like it when you say you are the smart. Finally, I admit it. Okay, what is the question? Zakir, you know, there's a hadith says that when you go in the bathroom, if you don't say a certain prayer, you have to enter with your left foot And if you don't do that and make the prayer, اللهم جنبنا وجنب الشيطان ما رزقتنا, shaitan, he will play with your anus. Is that true? Christian Prince, there is a scientist. His name is the Japanese name. It's very hard for you to pronounce, but I'm going to help you. His name is Honda Toyota. It's very well known. And he is the one who discovered this. That if you enter the bathroom and you don't do the salat, Zakir Naik, I think the last part was in Urdu. I'm not sure really what you're saying. I'm saying, the scientist, his name is Honda Suzuki. Zakir Naik, you said first Suzuki Honda. Now his name became Honda Suzuki. Christian Prince, it doesn't matter. Because simply the Japanese last name and first name always are mixed. And it depends how you flip him. So Mr. Suzuki Honda Toyota, he said that if you go to the bathroom and you don't get the prayer, Satan, he play with your anus. Okay, but what is the proof? I'm going to play to you. He installed a very high sensitive cameras. He installed where? What? Cameras? Exactly. And they make that interfering. With what? Interfering. You mean like X-ray and... Exactly. By the way, Christian Prince, I noticed after watching my video, your knowledge is increasing. And even your English is improving. Okay, thank you, Zakir Naik. I feel like I'm crying now. No problem. Keep watching. And then he put the cameras. And he put somebody, he entered a bathroom. He brought one Muslim and one he's not a Muslim. And he noticed that the one who is not Muslim, his anus is suffering from some kind of explosion and some kind of irritation. Some what? Irritation. Oh, irritation. What do you think causing the irritation? It's Satan. Satan is playing with his anus. And the Muslim, his anus was 100% cool and happy. While the non-believer brother was his anus suffering. And he was so much in pain. And actually, we noticed after some time that the blood is coming. Blood? Exactly. Zakir Naik, have you ever suffered from such a thing? Christian Prince, believe yourself. I always say the prayer and I said that, Alhamdulillah, Allah, he broke my anus. Okay, well, I don't know, Zakir Naik. I go to the bathroom fine, nothing happening. Christian Prince, you think it's not happening, but the fact it's happening. If we get you those cameras, I assure you that you will see the difference. Oh, so there's only the camera, but the hadith says he push it up and he go inside and you will stay there forever. What I know, right? Christian Prince, to be or not to be is the question. And this is a statement said by a Muslim. His name is Sheikh Isper. What? To be or not to be is the question. Okay. And this is a statement made by a Muslim Sheikh. His name is Sheikh Isper. His name is Sheikh Isper. Shakespeare, you mean? He was a Muslim? Exactly. And he is one of those who witnessed for the scenario. Because his wife, he was a Muslim. And he was a Muslim. When his wife to go to the bathroom, she stayed there for 10 hours. And he was upset from her. That's why he divorced her. And then he married second woman. And then he divorced her. And then he married third woman. And then he divorced her. And he married fourth woman. And then he divorced her. Okay, Zakir Naik, stop. Come on. Are you going to continue? I'm going to tell you something. So we asked him, why you are divorcing women? Because he said they are not praying for Allah when they go to the bathroom. And each time they go to the bathroom, they stay there for 10 hours. And I can't take it anymore. Because at that time, Shakespeare was a poor person. And we the only one bathroom in the house. Oh. So why you don't go first before they go? Christian Prince, it's very impossible to talk to you. We want to go in the bathroom to 10 hours. Why are you doing first? You cannot control it. Okay. I mean, you get the point there. If she's staying there for 10 hours doing poo-poo. Exactly. I mean, 10 hours. Not 16 hours. Christian Prince, I think you're making fun of me. And you know, you're fully and you're a Tibet. And this is proven scientifically. And thank you very much for calling me and don't call me again. Thank you. Bye-bye. Genius. I mean, who can deny this religion? You cannot. And And then they make videos for you about Quran and science. And the prophet of science. And now you are inside the bathroom and shaitan is inside your anus.
He plays with the bowels. So you're inside there, you're thinking you're going to be out there in 5 minutes. He's taking you 20 minutes and you're still not halfway there. You know why? Because shaitan is going, ooh, la la. See, the hadith told you, the hadith says to us, he plays with your bowels. Yal'abu, he plays with the bowels.
That's
hadith
it?
of Tirmidhi it says.
Shed. Did he say shed? Hadith of Tirmidhi shed? Shed. Anyway, what a shitty topic. I want to say, guys, thank you very much for being here. I think it's time for me to go. I hope we have a good time together. Remember, we are not here just, yes, we have a good time, we laugh, but this is a very serious topic, and they are trying to deceive your children. They are spending a lot of money in Europe, in Australia, in Canada, in USA, billions, not millions, in order to deceive your children. So you have a duty, serious duty. A church starts at home, not at school, and not at church. For many who they are in the churches who claim to be priests are deceivers, and they are politically correct. Many of them don't even dare to say that Islam is of the devil. And if somebody says that, they will make him the devil himself. Fighting the devil is not easy. I do my part. Do you do your own? Protect your family, teach them, educate them, so you will not have one of your family to be a victim. One of your children go to school and they fool him. Teach them, educate them, and don't want them to be exposed to lies without being protected with the truth. Thank you all for being here. May the Lord bless you. Pray for the Muslims. We love them. We don't hate them. But Islam for sure is nothing but a fraud, a scam, an evil religion. The Lord, He said, from their fruit you shall know them. And Muhammad is a fruit, is more than proof of how evil Islam is. God bless, and see you soon again. God bless you. Take care.